Okay guys, today we're gonna play around with doing an oil change on this Audi TT, okay? For guys who've already, who fix cars like me for fun or for a living, this is nothing new for you guys. Technically, this video is not even meant for you. This is meant for guys who are new to like, who like cars, right? But don't know much about repairs. This is one of those easy things you can do yourselves, okay? All right, so first things first is this is where you're gonna pour the oil in, right? But what I normally do is I take it off, right? Leave it to the side. That way, what happens is when I take out the oil from the bottom, air is gonna come through, which will get the oil out faster, okay? So the next things we need to worry about is actually taking out the oil. Now, I'm gonna flip upside down, go underneath. Normally, you guys would have a plastic cover, right? This car does not have it. Someday I'll help find one and put it in place, but for now. So what you see here is this looks like some kind of a protection bar for head-on collision. This is the bottom of the engine. Therefore, this is the oil release, okay? This is a size 19, okay? So what I'll do is I'll unplug this. I'll let it drip into the pan, right? And give it roughly about 5 minutes or so to get most of it out. And then we'll go to the next step, all right? So guys, as you guys can see, oil's coming out, okay? So I'm just gonna leave it alone for about 5 minutes or so. And then we'll do the next step, okay? All right, so the oil stopped. So what I did was I put the nut back in, and then I clean it off, right? Because here's the deal. It's best to make sure that it's all cleaned out. If you see later on that it's oily, that means that it's not on tight enough. So that's a good thing, right? So the next thing we have to worry about is the filter. Now here's the weirdest thing. All right, so here's the bumper. And if you guys can't see this is, I know it's a bit painful. This is the bumper. There's the engine, right? Oil filter is right over here. As you can see, it's not the easiest thing to get into. All right. I used to have a Pathfinder that had a similar problem where the bar is in between. So it's a bit painful, but there is a way for you to try to get your hands in to try to get this loose. Okay, and you need it loose. Hopefully loose and then out this way to get it out. All right, so let me try, and then I'll show you guys afterwards. Okay guys, I have to admit, this is not the easiest filter to get out, okay? So what I had to do was I have one of these. I bought this a while back to take off for a, if I'm not mistaken, it was either a Pathfinder or something, but very similar in size with the filter, right? And then all I did was I leveraged, a wrench a ratchet to twist it open enough for me to get my hands in. I also had to snake it through because it's not, as you recall that pipe, it's not a straight through. All right. So let me show you. Okay, I had to go through here and then to the filter. So as you can see, it's still dripping as we speak, which means that it's also going on top of some of these as well. So for me, as well as for you, when you guys are done, just wipe all this down, of course, because you just don't want grease all over your, your engine compartment, okay? So all I have to do now is just put the new filter back in, and then we just fill it back up, all right? So just so you know, the recommended oil is the 5W40, okay? It takes roughly about 4.8 quarts. Luckily for us, we have 5, so we should be in good shape, okay? Likewise, the filter that I'm using is the S2870A, all right? The trick is you could actually put this filter in right now and you'll be fine. But when I was taught earlier on, the recommendation is you take a little bit of the oil and you put it in here first. Just let it soak in, okay? That way when you put it in, it's better for the system overall, all right? Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, just feel free to research on your own, but that was always the recommended approach from a long time ago, and I just instinctively do that just out of, you know, history. Okay, so let's put it back. So the only thing left is to fill up, right? 4.8, as I said before, right? Fill it up, put it down, start the car, let the car run for, you know, a minute. Okay, shut it off, and then you can test how much oil you have already with your dipstick. Fill if you need more, or, you know, if you're good, you're good. As long as you're in the range, you're fine. All right, that's it.